Armando Broja strike sinks Leeds and gives Southampton first win. Ralph Hasenhüttl warned supporters not to expect a five-star dinner, and while he was dressed for the occasion, stalking the touchline in a waistcoat and a crosshatch tie, a first 3 points of the season provided sufficient for Southampton fans to feast on. Southampton, without key players themselves, overwhelmed the depleted Leeds side to record a much-needed victory courtesy of the Chelsea loanee Armando Broja's first Premier League goal. Southampton prospered on the counter-attack, Broja applying the finishing touch after they flew forward from inside their own penalty area, and, in truth, Leeds' only openings came from Southampton, whom have developed an unwanted habit of squandering leads, pressing self-destruct in the second half. The best of which Daniel James squandered, poking wide after Mohamed Salisu allowed a harmless ball to bounce in defense. Both teams' biggest assets were in the stands rather than on the pitch, with Calvin Phillips and Rafinha perched behind the away dugout and the suspended Southampton captain James Ward-Prowse serving the first game of a 3-match ban. Rafinha, who scored his first goals for Brazil in Manaus in the early hours of Friday morning, was deemed too fatigued to feature after joining up with the team in Southampton, and Phillips remains sidelined after withdrawing from the England squad with a calf injury. Leeds offered little going forward. Tyler Roberts' wayward shot on the brink of halftime was as good as it got until Jack Harrison stepped inside Oriol Romeu and saw an effort deflected over 5 minutes after the break and were erratic at the back, their defense later exposed when Southampton cantered upfield on the break after James was crowded out in the host's 18-yard box. Moussa Djenepo released Nathan Redmond and he steamed forward. Leeds were faced with a tricky 2v2 scenario and Diego Llorente ended up pointing at Broja in vain as the striker lashed into the roof of the net after Redmond nudged the ball into his path. Redmond saw a first-half shot tipped wide by Illan Meslier in the Leeds goal, and from the winger's resulting corner Southampton went agonizingly close. Mohamed Elyounoussi could only puff his cheeks in exasperation after failing to divert the ball home at the back post after Broja's headed flick bounced between the outstretched Stuart Dallas and Meslier. As a replay of the near miss played out on the big screens, the sighs that reverberated around the ground from the home support said everything. Midway through the second half, Elyounoussi sent a curling shot narrowly wide of a post. Leeds were working overtime to stay in the game and their captain, Liam Cooper, made a superb sliding tackle to deny Romeu a free shot at goal after Broja flicked the ball into his path. Meslier then had to repel a Broja shot after Pascal Struij made a meal of a routine clearance. Another chance went begging when a Romain Perraud cross dribbled invitingly across the box without Elyounoussi or